Failure is often perceived as something negative, a roadblock that halts progress and discourages people from pursuing their dreams. However, failure is not the opposite of success. It is an essential stepping stone toward it. Every setback, mistake, and misstep is an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine one's approach. Those who embrace failure as a necessary part of their journey are the ones who ultimately achieve great success. Understanding this principle can transform how one approaches challenges, turning failures into valuable lessons rather than discouraging defeats. One of the most important aspects of failure is the knowledge it provides. Each failure carries with it a lesson that, if understood and applied, can lead to significant improvements. When Thomas Edison was developing the light bulb, he reportedly failed thousands of times before finally achieving success. Instead of seeing each failed attempt as a loss, he saw them as discoveries, ways that did not work. This mindset allowed him to refine his process until he ultimately succeeded. Every failure provides crucial insights that bring a person one step closer to their breakthrough. Failure also builds resilience. Many people give up after experiencing setbacks because they believe failure means they are not capable. However, true success belongs to those who persist despite failure. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks and keep moving forward with renewed determination. The most successful individuals in history, such as Oprah Winfrey, Walt Disney, and Michael Jordan, all faced numerous failures before achieving greatness. Their ability to persevere through tough times was what set them apart. The more one faces failure and continues pushing forward, the stronger and more resilient they become. Another reason failure is a stepping stone to success is that it forces individuals out of their comfort zones. People often stick to what is familiar and safe, but true growth happens when they step into the unknown. Failure pushes individuals to rethink their strategies, try new approaches, and develop creative solutions. Without failure, there would be no innovation, no improvement, and no evolution. Each failure provides an opportunity to adapt and come back stronger. Embracing this mindset transforms failure from something to be feared into something to be embraced. Failure also helps in developing character. Success achieved without struggle often lacks depth, while overcoming failure builds qualities such as patience, humility, and perseverance. People who experience failure learn to appreciate success more and develop a sense of gratitude for the journey. They also become more empathetic toward others who face difficulties. Many great leaders and visionaries have spoken about how their failures shaped them into the individuals they became. These experiences gave them wisdom and strength, making them more effective in their endeavors. One of the biggest mistakes people make is allowing failure to define them rather than using it as a tool for growth. A single failure does not mean a person is a failure. It simply means that a particular approach did not work. The key is to analyze what went wrong, adjust the strategy, and try again. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not the absence of failure, but the willingness to keep going despite it. Developing a growth mindset, believing that skills and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning, helps individuals turn failures into stepping stones toward success. Failure also acts as a filter, separating those who are truly committed to their goals from those who are not. Many people have dreams and ambitions, but only those who are willing to endure failure and keep pushing forward achieve their goals. Failure tests commitment, passion, and determination. Those who view failure as a temporary setback rather than a permanent defeat are the ones who ultimately succeed. If success were easy and guaranteed, everyone would achieve it. The ability to endure and learn from failure is what differentiates true achievers from those who give up too soon. Moreover, failure provides valuable feedback that helps refine one's approach. Every setback offers information about what works and what does not. Entrepreneurs, for example, often fail multiple times before finding a business model that succeeds. Writers receive numerous rejections before getting published. Athletes lose countless games before mastering their skills. The key is to use failure as constructive feedback rather than a reason to quit. Adjusting strategies based on past failures increases the chances of future success. Failure also prepares individuals for larger challenges. Each failure builds mental and emotional strength, equipping people to handle bigger obstacles in the future. The struggles and setbacks faced early on create a foundation for long-term success. People who experience failure develop coping mechanisms that allow them to stay focused and motivated even in the face of adversity. This preparation is essential because success itself comes with its own set of challenges. Those who have learned to navigate failure are better equipped to handle the pressures that come with success. It is also important to remember that failure is temporary. Many people feel discouraged when they fail, believing that their current situation defines their future. However, failure is only a moment in time. It does not determine one's destiny. History is filled with stories of individuals who faced immense failures before ultimately succeeding. J.K. Rowling was rejected multiple times before publishing Harry Potter. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company before returning to revolutionize the tech industry. These examples serve as reminders that failure is just a chapter, not the entire story. In conclusion, failure is not something to be feared or avoided. It is a necessary and valuable part of the journey to success. Every failure provides knowledge, builds resilience, strengthens character, and refines one's approach. The key is to embrace failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. By learning from setbacks, adjusting strategies, and persisting despite obstacles, individuals can turn failures into powerful tools for growth. Success is not about never failing. It is about rising each time you fall. Keep moving forward because every failure brings you one step closer to your ultimate goal. Success often feels elusive, especially when challenges seem insurmountable. But the truth is that your breakthrough is closer than you think. Many people give up just moments before they achieve a major milestone because they cannot see the progress happening beneath the surface. The journey to success is not always linear. It is filled with struggles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. However, those who persist through these difficulties are often just one step away from a breakthrough that can change their entire lives. The key to unlocking your success is to keep pushing forward, even when it feels like nothing is happening. One of the reasons breakthroughs often seem distant is because progress is not always visible. Much like the roots of a tree growing beneath the surface before it sprouts above the ground, success often requires unseen effort before it manifests. Many people expect instant results, but real success is built on continuous effort and unwavering commitment. Every step taken, no matter how small, contributes to a larger transformation that will eventually become apparent. Just because you cannot see immediate results does not mean you are not making progress. In reality, you may be much closer than you realize. Breakthroughs often come after a period of intense struggle. When you feel like you have exhausted all your energy, when you are at your lowest, that is often when you are closest to your biggest achievement. History is full of stories of people who nearly gave up before they finally succeeded. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who made thousands of failed attempts before successfully inventing the light bulb. If he had stopped trying after his first few failures, he would never have reached his breakthrough. His success came because he refused to quit, even when things seemed hopeless. Another reason why your breakthrough is closer than you think is that failure is often a sign of impending success. When you experience repeated setbacks, it is easy to assume that you are on the wrong path. However, failure is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that you are learning, growing, and getting closer to the right solution. Many successful individuals faced numerous failures before they finally achieved their goals. The key is to view failure as a necessary part of the journey rather than as an endpoint. If you can push past your failures, you will likely find that success is waiting just around the corner. Your breakthrough is also closer than you think because of the compound effect of effort. Every small action you take builds on the previous one, even if it does not seem significant at the time. Just as a single drop of water may seem insignificant, repeated drops can carve through rock over time. The same principle applies to your efforts. Each attempt, each lesson learned, and each obstacle overcome brings you one step closer to your goal. The accumulation of these small efforts eventually leads to a tipping point where success becomes inevitable. One major reason people miss their breakthrough is that they allow self-doubt to stop them. Many people quit not because they lack ability, but because they believe they are not capable of achieving their dreams. Self-doubt is one of the biggest barriers to success, but the truth is that most people are far more capable than they realize. The only thing separating them from their breakthrough is the belief that they can achieve it. If you shift your mindset and start believing in yourself, you will find that you are much closer to success than you initially thought. Another factor that makes breakthroughs seem distant is the illusion of stagnation. It is easy to feel like you are not making progress, especially when success does not happen as quickly as expected. However, just because you do not see immediate results does not mean that your efforts are wasted. Growth often happens beneath the surface before it becomes visible. Consider how a seed remains underground for weeks before it finally sprouts. During that time, important processes are happening beneath the soil that eventually lead to growth. The same is true for success. Just because you do not see it yet does not mean it is not happening. Breakthroughs often happen in moments of decision. Sometimes, success is just one courageous choice away. Many people spend years stuck in the same patterns because they are afraid to take the leap necessary to move forward. However, one bold decision can change everything, whether it is deciding to take a risk, stepping out of your comfort zone, or finally committing fully to your goal. The right decision at the right time can lead to a major breakthrough. If you feel stuck, consider what decisions you may need to make to propel yourself forward. Persistence is one of the most important keys to reaching your breakthrough. Many people give up too soon because they underestimate how close they are to success. There is a famous story about a gold miner who spent years digging but stopped just 3 feet away from striking gold. Had he persisted just a little longer, he would have found the treasure he was searching for. This story serves as a powerful reminder that success is often just a little further than it appears. If you keep going even when you feel like quitting, you may discover that your breakthrough is right around the corner. Breakthroughs also happen when you change your perspective. Sometimes the key to success is not working harder, but thinking differently. Many times people struggle because they are approaching a problem from the wrong angle. Taking a step back, seeking advice, or looking at a challenge from a different viewpoint can reveal solutions that were previously hidden. Often, the breakthrough you seek is not in doing more of the same, but in doing something different. A small shift in mindset or strategy can make all the difference. Another reason your breakthrough is closer than you think is that opportunities are often disguised as challenges. Many times, what appears to be a major obstacle is actually an opportunity in disguise. The difficulties you face may be preparing you for the success that is coming. Every struggle you endure builds strength, resilience, and wisdom that will help you succeed when the right opportunity arises. Instead of seeing challenges as setbacks, view them as stepping stones leading to your breakthrough. Your breakthrough is also closer than you think because success often happens suddenly. Many people believe that success is a slow and gradual process, but in reality, breakthroughs often come in an instant. After years of effort, things can suddenly fall into place. The key is to keep going long enough for that moment to happen. Many overnight success stories are actually years in the making. The people who achieve sudden breakthroughs are those who have been putting in the work behind the scenes for a long time. If you stay committed, your breakthrough moment will come when you least expect it. In conclusion, your breakthrough is much closer than you think. The struggles you face are not signs of failure, but indicators that you are on the verge of success. Progress is happening even when you cannot see it, and every challenge you overcome brings you one step closer to your goal. The key to reaching your breakthrough is to keep pushing forward, believing in yourself, and staying persistent even when things seem difficult. Success is not reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It belongs to those who refuse to give up. Keep going, because your breakthrough is just around the corner. Persistence is the defining trait that separates those who succeed from those who give up in the face of adversity. In life, resistance is inevitable. It comes in many forms: challenges, failures, doubts, critics, and unforeseen obstacles. However, persistence is the force that allows individuals to push through these barriers and continue on the path toward their goals. It is the fuel that drives a person forward even when circumstances seem bleak and the odds appear insurmountable. When you choose persistence over surrender, you give yourself the opportunity to achieve things that others may have deemed impossible. The road to success is rarely a straight, smooth path. Rather, it is filled with twists, turns, and hurdles that test one's resolve. Yet history has shown time and again that those who persevere despite hardship are the ones who ultimately reach greatness. One of the greatest lessons persistence teaches is that setbacks are not permanent. Failure is often viewed as a sign to stop, but in reality, it is simply a stepping stone toward improvement. Every great success story includes moments of struggle and difficulty, but the individuals who attain their dreams are those who refuse to let failure define them. They embrace their mistakes, learn from them, and use them as motivation to move forward. When Thomas Edison was working to invent the light bulb, he encountered thousands of failed attempts before achieving success. Instead of seeing these failures as defeats, he famously remarked that he had not failed, but rather discovered thousands of ways that did not work. This mindset exemplifies the power of persistence. Each failed attempt was not an ending, but a lesson that ultimately led to victory. Moreover, persistence builds character and resilience. Every time you push through resistance, you strengthen your ability to endure hardship in the future. Life will always present challenges, but the more you persist, the more prepared you become to handle difficult situations. This mental fortitude is a key component of success. Consider athletes who train relentlessly despite injuries, exhaustion, and setbacks. Their dedication to overcoming physical and mental barriers allows them to reach levels of excellence that others may never attain. They persist when others quit, and as a result, they achieve greatness. This principle applies not only to sports, but to all aspects of life, whether in business, academics, relationships, or personal development. Another crucial aspect of persistence is the ability to maintain focus on long-term goals, despite short-term discomfort. Many people give up too soon because they expect instant results. However, true success requires patience and a willingness to endure difficulties for an extended period. The most rewarding achievements are often the result of years of dedication and effort. Entrepreneurs, for example, frequently face numerous challenges in building a business. Financial struggles, competition, and unforeseen difficulties can make the journey seem impossible. However, those who persist and stay committed to their vision are the ones who ultimately create thriving enterprises. They refuse to let temporary setbacks deter them from their ultimate goal. Persistence also requires belief in oneself. Doubt and fear are powerful forces that can prevent people from taking action, but self-confidence enables individuals to keep moving forward. When you believe in your ability to succeed, you are more likely to persevere despite obstacles. Many of the world's most successful individuals faced intense criticism and doubt from others before proving their worth. J.K. Rowling, for instance, was rejected by multiple publishers before finally getting her first Harry Potter book published. Had she succumbed to rejection, the world would never have experienced one of the most beloved literary series of all time. Her unwavering belief in her work kept her going despite the setbacks. Additionally, persistence fosters creativity and problem-solving skills. When you encounter resistance, you are forced to think critically and find new ways to overcome challenges. This ability to adapt and innovate is crucial for success. Many breakthroughs in science, technology, and business have come from individuals who refused to accept failure as the final outcome. Instead of giving up, they sought alternative solutions and eventually achieved their goals. The ability to persist and think creatively in the face of resistance is what drives progress in every field. Another important factor in persistence is maintaining a strong support system. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and uplift you can make a significant difference in your ability to persist through tough times. The journey towards success is rarely a solo endeavor. Having mentors, friends, and family who believe in you can provide the motivation and reassurance needed to keep going. At the same time, it is essential to distance yourself from negativity and those who discourage your ambitions. Resistance often comes in the form of naysayers who doubt your potential, but by staying focused on your goals and surrounding yourself with positivity, you can maintain the perseverance needed to succeed. A common misconception about persistence is that it means blindly continuing down the same path without change. In reality, true persistence involves a combination of dedication and adaptability. If a particular approach is not working, persistent individuals reassess their strategies and make necessary adjustments while still pursuing their overall objective. This flexibility is crucial in overcoming resistance. Stubbornness without reflection can lead to failure, but persistence with adaptability leads to breakthroughs. Successful people understand that obstacles are not meant to stop them, but to redirect them toward better solutions. One of the most challenging aspects of persistence is staying motivated when progress seems slow. There will be times when effort does not yield immediate results, and discouragement may creep in. However, maintaining a strong why, a clear reason for pursuing a goal, can help sustain motivation. When you deeply understand why you are working towards something, it becomes easier to keep going even when challenges arise. Your purpose acts as an anchor, keeping you steady amid the storms of resistance. Another key element of persistence is developing discipline and consistency. Success is not the result of occasional bursts of effort, but of consistent, dedicated action over time. Many people start with enthusiasm but lose momentum when faced with difficulties. Those who achieve greatness, however, are the ones who continue to take small, deliberate steps every day, even when motivation wanes. The power of compounding effort cannot be overstated. Every bit of progress, no matter how small, adds up over time. This principle is evident in fitness, education, business, and any other area where long-term commitment is required. Persistence also means embracing discomfort. Growth and progress often require stepping outside of your comfort zone and enduring periods of struggle. Many people avoid difficult situations because they fear failure or discomfort, but those who persist understand that these challenges are necessary for success. They willingly put themselves in situations that force them to grow, knowing that the discomfort is temporary, but the rewards are long-living. Ultimately, persistence is about refusing to settle for mediocrity. It is about pushing beyond limitations and striving for excellence despite obstacles. Resistance is a natural part of the journey, but it does not have to be a roadblock. By cultivating persistence, embracing challenges, maintaining focus, and continuously adapting, you can overcome any resistance that stands in your way. Success is not reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It belongs to those who refuse to give up. Failure is an inevitable part of life, but it is not the end. Instead, it is a stepping stone that leads to success. Many people view failure as something negative, something that signals incompetence or unworthiness. However, those who truly succeed understand that failure is an essential component of growth and progress. Without failure, there is no learning, no improvement, and no opportunity to build resilience. The most successful individuals in history have faced numerous failures, yet they persisted, learned from their mistakes, and ultimately achieved greatness. Failure is not a roadblock. It is a detour that provides valuable lessons and redirection toward a better path. One of the most important aspects of failure is the opportunity it provides for self-reflection. When things do not go as planned, it forces us to evaluate what went wrong, what could have been done differently, and how we can improve in the future. This process of self-examination is crucial for growth because it helps us identify weaknesses and turn them into strengths. Without failure, we would remain stagnant, never pushing ourselves to improve. The lessons learned from failure provide a foundation for future success, making us wiser, more strategic, and more determined. Failure also builds resilience, the ability to withstand challenges and keep moving forward despite obstacles. When we fail and choose to get back up, we develop mental toughness that prepares us for future challenges. Resilient people do not let setbacks define them. Instead, they use failures as motivation to try again with even greater determination. This resilience is a key trait of all successful individuals. Every great entrepreneur, athlete, scientist, and artist has faced failures, but their ability to persist in the face of adversity is what set them apart. The journey to success is rarely smooth, but resilience allows individuals to navigate through the difficulties and emerge stronger. Another crucial lesson that failure teaches is adaptability. In a constantly changing world, the ability to adjust to new circumstances is vital. Failure forces us to rethink our strategies, experiment with new approaches, and develop creative solutions to problems. Many groundbreaking discoveries and innovations were the result of failed attempts. Thomas Edison, for example, failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. He famously stated, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His ability to adapt and learn from each failed attempt ultimately led to one of the most important inventions in history. This mindset of continuous learning and adaptation is essential for long-term success. Failure also humbles us. It reminds us that we are not perfect, and that there is always room for improvement. This humility is essential for personal and professional growth because it allows us to remain open to feedback and willing to learn from others. When we embrace failure as a learning opportunity rather than a personal defeat, we develop a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, practice, and learning. This perspective makes failure less intimidating and more valuable as a tool for growth. One of the biggest reasons people fear failure is because of the judgment and criticism of others. Society often places a high value on success and achievement while overlooking the struggles and failures that come before them. However, it is important to remember that failure is universal. Everyone experiences setbacks at some point in their life, and the opinions of others should not dictate our willingness to take risks and pursue our goals. The most successful people in the world were once doubted, ridiculed, and criticized, but they did not let external negativity stop them from pursuing their dreams. Instead, they used failure as fuel to prove themselves and accomplish incredible things. Another reason failure is a stepping stone to success is that it fosters perseverance. Many people give up after experiencing failure, but those who push forward despite setbacks are the ones who eventually succeed. Perseverance is the ability to keep going even when the odds are against you. It is the determination to continue working toward your goals despite obstacles, criticism, and disappointments. This quality is essential for success in any field. Consider the stories of famous authors who faced repeated rejection before finally getting published. J.K. Rowling's manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected multiple times before it was accepted. Had she given up after the first few rejections, the world would never have experienced one of the most beloved book series of all time. Failure also helps refine our goals and ambitions. Sometimes failure occurs because we are not on the right path, and it serves as a wake-up call to reassess our direction. It allows us to clarify our true passions and find a path that aligns better with our strengths and interests. Many people who have experienced significant failures have later realized that those setbacks redirected them towards something even better than they initially envisioned. Steve Jobs, for instance, was fired from Apple, the company he co-founded. At the time, it seemed like a devastating failure, but in hindsight, he credited that experience with allowing him to develop new ideas and eventually return to Apple stronger than before. What seemed like a failure at the moment turned out to be a crucial turning point in his journey. Failure is also an essential part of innovation and progress. Many of the world's greatest discoveries were made through trial and error. Scientists, engineers, and inventors constantly experiment, fail, and refine their work until they achieve a breakthrough. Without failure, there would be no progress, no new ideas, and no advancements in technology, medicine, or any other field. Every failure brings us one step closer to success because it eliminates what does not work and moves us toward what does. The willingness to fail and learn from mistakes is what drives innovation and leads to groundbreaking achievements. Furthermore, failure teaches patience and the importance of long-term effort. In a society that often values instant gratification, failure reminds us that true success takes time. Many people give up too soon because they expect immediate results. However, lasting success is built on persistence and continuous effort over time. The most successful individuals understand that failure is not a reason to quit, but rather a reason to keep going with renewed effort. They recognize that success is a journey that requires patience, hard work, and an unwavering commitment to their goals. Failure also strengthens our character. It teaches us valuable qualities such as discipline, responsibility, and self-awareness. When we fail, we have a choice to either blame external circumstances or take responsibility for our actions and learn from them. Those who take ownership of their failures develop a strong sense of accountability, which is a crucial trait for long-term success. They become more disciplined in their approach, more aware of their strengths and weaknesses, and more intentional in their efforts to improve. Ultimately, failure is not something to be feared or avoided. It is an essential part of the journey to success. Every setback, every mistake, and every disappointment carries valuable lessons that contribute to growth and improvement. When we shift our mindset and start seeing failure as a stepping stone rather than an endpoint, we unlock our true potential. We become more resilient, more adaptable, and more determined to achieve our dreams. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a necessary ingredient for success. Those who embrace failure, learn from it, and use it as motivation to keep moving forward are the ones who ultimately achieve greatness. The road to success is paved with failures, but each one brings us closer to our goals. So rather than fearing failure, we should welcome it as a powerful teacher that guides us toward our greatest achievements.